Hey. Spirit Swamp Beer Review. I'm Jammer.
And I'm Shag Dog. What we doing, Jammer?
We're doing this Chuli Stout from Denali Brewing from Talkeetna, Alaska.
Yes, Beer Advocate gives this one a 87. It's considered an Irish dry stout, 5.9% ABV, and that's what the can says. And Denali Brew Pub from whatever, Alaska, yeah.
Talkeetna.
Yes.
I was there at their brew pub. It was pretty nice. Not nothing fancy, but it was all right. It says right here, the Chulitna River runs fast, silty, and slate gray and silent, dangerous and mellow at once. To some, it's liquid death. To others, it's cascading silk. This robust river lends its name to a beer just as complex. Chuli Stout pours thick and deceptively rich with a full array of classic stout flavors, all the while retaining the smooth and easy balance of the world's greatest stouts. Yes, please excuse me for my reading today, or actually pronouncing.
It was better than the other guy reads.
I just got these new lips and new mouth and everything, and just learning how to use them.
I don't know if your head's doing it. I did a light pour, then I kind of started going heavy a little bit. I got a big head, but I had like medium-sized bubbles that were like forming at the top and popping, and my computer just went out again or some bullshit.
No, you're still on.
Okay, it's Microsoft, some bitches.
Yeah, this is smelling like a regular stout. Just like any stout. It has those rich, malty, roasty type smells. A little bit of coffee, chocolate, cocoa type smell with maybe like some dark fruits, but mostly coffee and chocolate roastiness. In my opinion, my head went quickly down, but it was pretty good there for a while. Yours is going down now after that pour that you gave it.
I gave it kind of light pour, but it could be because my best friend sent it to me beer mail, and it could have been that FedEx hot truck, because they were actually hot. I mean, as soon as he dropped it off, I got it off the porch, and they were actually warm when I took them out of the. So I guess the back of that truck must be fucking hotter than hell or something.
Yeah.
So hopefully it didn't destroy the taste too much.
Well, I could have put a couple of ice packs in there, but I didn't think I needed to. But next time, maybe I will.
It got here pretty quick, though. It was Sunday morning it showed up, I think.
Yeah, it was supposed to arrive yesterday for you.
Yeah. It was Saturday or Sunday morning.
This is dark as any other stout I've ever had.
Yeah, I still got a 4-finger head going. Pretty dark.
But I'm ready to drink it.
Yeah, did you say the smell of this?
Yeah, go ahead and give your opinion on the smell there, Shag Dog.
You could, even though it's not a super high alcohol, you can pick it up a little bit. 5.9. It smells like it might be a 6 or 7, or maybe 7 or 8. But a little bit of a sweet smell to it. A little bit of chocolate, dark fruit. Yeah, it smells great. Sweet, chocolatey, dark fruity.
Talkeetna was a small little town in Alaska there, It didn't have very many people. They say that it was predominantly men in that town, and they said they were talking about to the women. They said, the women, it's a great thing. There's lots of men, and everything like that, but they're a little odd and a little strange, I forget the exact phrasing that they used, and like I said, it was just a small town. Not a lot of people there, but they had a couple of different brew pubs there, amazingly.
I hope none of those men see this video because they're going to be tracking you down now.
Shag Dog, drink up, my friend.
Cheers.
Got the coffee, roastiness. It's kind of got a nice when you first. It's almost like an explosion of flavor, but then it kind of mellows out, and it's almost like a Guinness when it mellows out.
Yeah, towards the back end. Yeah, middle to the
Yeah,
back.
a slight bitterness.
Yeah, to the front to the middle, a lot of flavor. Actually, a little bit of carbonation too.
Yeah,
It smooths out after the middle towards the back end, like you said, like a smooth Guinness almost.
and I had this on tap when I was there too, and it tasted really good on tap. Yeah, this one and a few other different ones I couldn't buy, but they had, and I tried a few of them while I was there. I wanted to do a review there, but it was so crowded, and I had a limited amount of time. I was like, well, I'll just concentrate on actually enjoying it.
Mm. Well, I mean, if you had a good connection with your phone, you could have just done live to Facebook or something. Hey, I'm in
Talkeetna.
Yeah, drinking this excellent Chuli Stout. It's truly remarkable.
And it almost has like a salty taste. Might be because of all those men there, you know.
I hope not. Would you rather have all the men accidentally put their saltiness in there, or say some grizzly? I'd go with the grizzly.
I would too. I mean, it's bad enough you're getting the grizzly, but
Yeah, but that probably has a little bit help build some testosterone if it's from a grizzly, right?
hey, that's what the Chinese say about almost every animal.
Yeah. Eat some grizzly
Yeah, gives you a little
luge.
oh label out. I'm sorry, people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it has the roastiness, the coffee, the rich flavors. It's very bold in the beginning, kind of mellows out by the end, and then there's like a salty taste right on the tip of my tongue whenever I'm
Yeah, like an
finished.
aftertaste.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's a pretty decent stout. I mean, I was impressed with it when I was up there on tap, and to me, it's pretty darn decent in comparison. And you know what? They weren't that expensive up there for them, even though most stuff is expensive up there. And I would definitely have this again. You know, huh?
What kind of stuff do you want?
It don't matter, usual.
You want the roast beef one? You want Italian?
Yeah.
Italian?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Thanks.
All right.
That was my shopper. She walks right in sometimes. Just dropped off my groceries.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Usually I give her a little something extra, but she knows I'm in the middle of something right now. So
yeah.
Jesus. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, you already drank yours? Oh, yeah. You're going to be done. Go ahead and talk.
Well, like I said, you know, I would try this again. I would buy it again too. It's and the can itself is not anything really exciting or anything, but it just says it right, plain and simple. Denali Brewing, Chuli Stout, and then Talkeetna, Alaska, where they're from. I mean,
Now, it reminds me of one of the beers that
and up
Diddy
here
gave
it
us.
says Stout too.
Yeah. The color of the can and everything reminds me of one of the beers Diddy gave us the one time years ago from the brewery there in Lakeland that his friend brought him. I think that was a stout also, but it wasn't quite as good as this one.
Yeah, I mean, for them to and they brew it and at Talkeetna, you know, I don't know if they're canning it there too or not. It doesn't say that it's canned anywhere else, so I have to assume they're canning it there right on the spot too.
Right.
Otherwise, they'd be taking the beer and sending it by tanker, I would think, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I think that'd be a lot of trouble, wouldn't it?
Usually they would say brewed at something by,
Yeah.
they have the two companies on there, the company that brewed it for them or whatever. Yeah. Then again, sometimes they don't do that. I guess it depends on the brewing company.
Well, this place, the pub wasn't that big, and I'm sure in the back they probably had a limited area there because they did have the brewery there,
Yeah. They probably make
and
so
so
much there. Probably
they
around that area, they ship it, different
yeah
towns or something. But
yeah because it was in the grocery stores up there too.
yeah,
Some of them.
I'm not sure if you'd be able to get it like in Canada or Washington, Oregon, Organians.
Yeah, but they had pretty good food too there at their brew pub.
That's nice.
So, what kind of grade would you give this Shag Dog?
I'd probably give it a B plus of a swallow. B plus of a swallow. Yeah, it's good.
I might. Yeah.
It's good, but it's just not super good. But it does have
Yeah.
good qualities enough where it gives a B plus, almost a swarter. But I'm gonna go straight with a swallow.
Yeah, I agree with you on that grade. I'm right there with the same grade because the thing about it is it does have the qualities there, and it does have a respectable ABV. 5.9. That's not a light beer, but it's not a super heavy beer either.
Right.
When it comes to alcohol, it's
PA
right there
Brew
in the middle.
wouldn't like it.
Huh?
PA Brew News wouldn't like it because of that.
Yeah.
But considering it's 5.9, it almost tastes like it's something that's a little higher. That's mass.
Yeah.
I would think it's about 7 or 8% or something.
But it's a respectable ABV, and
Yeah,
the flavors there, and the styles there. They could kind of make it where it's a little more roasty, maybe
yeah.
a little more.
It's
I
got
don't
some of
know.
the dry Irish qualities, but it has a little bit of like an imperial stout quality to it.
Yeah.
Not quite, but a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably gonna be a little bit more roastier, a little bit less carbonation because I think it just has a little bit too much carbonation. But
Yeah. But it's a nice, easy to drink stout.
yeah,
I like it. I think it's pretty decent. And if you ever get a chance to go to Alaska and go to Talkeetna or in the area there, or if you're able to buy it at the grocery store up there somewhere.
East Coast or
Um,
I wonder what their water source is. Is there a river up there, a lake, or?
there's lots of rivers and lots of lakes.
Oh, okay. So we probably did get some grizzly jizz.
I would imagine it's gotten more than just jizz in it too.
Some salmon,
More than just salmon.
some wolf.
More than just wolf. I'm not talking about just jizz. I'm talking about piss and shit and all those qualities that make water taste so well.
Yes.
When it filtrates through the earth and over the mountain,
Yeah. Through the soil and rocks. Yeah.
Takes all the impurities out.
That's true. Unless the collection source is right there where Big Grizzly took a big ass dump.
That's true. But I will say this: nothing beats Mother Nature when it comes to being able to filter water.
That's true.
I mean, you could buy all these pure filters and all these other things, Brita, everything, have your own filtration system, but it's something about natural spring water.
Yeah. Now I don't know if it's true down where you live, that area around there, where rumors going around because all the population is moving there. The aquifer is going to run out of water.
If that happened, don't you think that we would all fall into a big old sinkhole?
You would think so, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how true that would be.
They always say in Florida or California's going to fall off in the ocean. Maybe it's Florida.
Now, not to be rude or anything, but I'm going to change the subject on you.
All right.
You're talking about the aquifer and all that crap. Well, I wanted to bring up the subject, being that we were talking about a brew pub. Yingling here in Tampa has opened up their draft house this past week. And just give you an interest in what they might serve food-wise. I don't have the beer menu, but they say there's all the different types of beer that England brews. But just for the appetizers, right? You figure they would have local fare, right?
Yeah.
And that's the smoked Gulf fish dip. It's house smoked fish, light lager pickles, spent grain crackers. Right?
Okay.
Now, this is going back to their Pennsylvania Dutch heritage. Mrs. T's pierogies, kind of Polish, you know.
Yeah, they come out of a box, Mrs. T's, right? A bag.
Yeah, but they have Mrs. T's pierogies here.
Yeah, I know. You can buy them at the store.
Yeah, well, you can buy them from here, and you'll get caramelized onions, onion strings, and bacon jam to go with it.
Oh, okay.
Then they have Impossible meatballs, which is fake meat.
Yeah.
Crispy fried Gulf oysters Rockefeller. Island-style conch fritters. Local heirloom tomatoes and burrata with sunflower hop hummus, vinegar syrup, spent grain crackers. House-cut lobster fries. Nosh plate for two. England soft pretzels, lager mustard pimento cheese, Lebanon bologna, marinated onions, light lager pickles, and sauerkraut marmalade. So there's some German heritage there, you know, Pennsylvania Dutch, German, Yingling. But then they have drunken drumsticks, but you only get 4 of them. And then your vegetarian chicken, grilled smoked chicken wings. That's your appetizers, right?
Yeah.
Now for your main dishes, and they don't really have much on there, in my opinion. They got crispy fish bon, which is just flight tempura grouper, smoked fish schmear, light lager pickles, and chili mayo. An open face chicken fasnacht, Nashville spiced chicken thigh, blackened snapper tostada, Quincy Cattle Company full circle burger, which has herb whip ricotta, light lager pickles, green goddess dressing, and spent grain Kaiser. You know, grilled turkey powder club with duck fat, baroche, bacon jam, Impossible meatball, colada, sabata, whatever it is, surf and turf burger with crispy fried oysters and cream kale dip. 3 B's, beer, butter, burger. Lager, mustard, pimento cheese, mango mustard, light lager pickles. Anything so far that you would try?
It's all shit that's like for yuppies and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and we don't have that huge of a yuppie crowd in that area.
Where is it at? Is it by the brewery?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you might have some that go there. You know,
You have the college crew there at USF.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in general, you don't have that many people. Now for regular dinners, they have a grilled Angus beef skirt steak, you know, and they have chicken and dumplings, which is a weird thing, and caramelized cauliflower steak, which is basically just a cauliflower fried and caramelized, rice beans and sticky rice and green chickpeas. It's a vegetarian steak. You cut the cauliflower like a steak. Oh, no, that's stupid.
So stupid, yeah. I mean, how much would that cost? I mean, would you go in there and buy a cauliflower steak?
That's $18.
Yeah, crazy. I'd rather just go buy a thing of cauliflower and stick
But they're
it in.
matching the beers with the dishes too. So if you bought that one, they recommend Lord Chesterfield to go along with it.
Oh. Now I wonder what about the entertainment or the sociability of the place. You know, what's going on? Is
Now,
it just
from my understanding, there was a gentleman that I work with that went over there the first day they opened. He was excited. He went there. He says it's a beautiful place, nice, nice place. He ordered his beer. He started looking at the menu, and he turned around and he finished his beer and left because he didn't want to eat any of the food they had there. He went down the road and was debating on where to go, and then he finally just went to CC's Pizza and picked up pizza.
right? Because Yingling ain't a big craft beer or anything. People that drink Yingling are people that drink regular freaking like hot dogs, hamburgers, barbecue, whatever. You know, it's not like
The other thing about it is this. I mean, when you really think about it, even if they were a craft brewery,
yeah,
when you go to one of those places like that, you're there to drink the beer, to sample the beer, right?
right,
So as you're sampling the beer, you're going to get hungry. And when you get hungry, what do you want? You want something hearty, something
right,
of substance,
right.
like a steak or a burger
Or
or
it's an
ribs,
appetizer, like something, you know, a onion ring thing,
wings.
like, yeah, wings, you know.
Yeah. You don't want some of the now, and those that go for, say, to a brew house along with the person who wants to sample the beers and wants to eat food, what do they want?
Yeah,
Well, they want something that they recognize, right?
right.
They want something that they think would be good. And I showed this to several people, this menu.
Yeah,
And out of all the menu, they said, I might find one thing on there that I would try. Other than that, I wouldn't want to eat any of it.
I wonder if they have one of those up in Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
I'm sure they probably do.
I wonder if the menu's different up there, though.
Uh,
Or it could be similar, you know. You never
yeah.
know.
Well, they have short Angus short rib, right? Smoked Angus short rib. They have pan-seared scallops, and they have potato-crusted Gulf snapper.
Mm. I mean, it's okay to have some local stuff. I don't mind local food at all. It's Yingling. Yingling's not known for snapper, but you know, it is Tampa Yingling Brewery. But I would definitely have German type foods in there.
Well, that's the thing. They're a German brewery, you know.
Yeah, in Pennsylvania, it's mostly a lot of Germans, a lot of Poles.
Pennsylvania Dutch, German, and Polish people are there.
Yeah.
So I can understand putting in pierogies, and I can understand having some something like Jaeger Schnitzel or something like that, and having handheld sandwiches.
Cooked,
you know, like a not a patty melt, but a Reuben.
Yeah,
A Reuben. They would eat a Reuben. They have them at German
right.
pubs and stuff.
And for entertainment, I'd have like a MC, DJ, whatever. I'd have like German type music playing, just like I'd make it like a Dunner box, really.
Yeah.
With Yingling, I'd call it Yingling box.
Yeah. But yeah, I was a little disappointed in seeing that menu, and now my curiosity has just been stifled. I'm like, I don't even care to go over there to try the beer because if there's no food for me to eat, you know, I'm like, and I basically told you the whole menu.
Right.
I mean, there's some handhelds there, but their burger isn't a regular burger. Now, granted, you could probably say, hey, I don't want the oysters. And get a regular. I just want a regular freaking burger. Can you give me a regular burger?
You know, I missed is the original Dunner box there at the University Mall because that was so great. You had smoking on the one side back when you could smoke in buildings.
Yeah.
You drinking beer, having a little bit of German food, German beer.
Yeah,
smoking. That was great.
And you know what's the sad about it is, like you said, they kind of ruined it to where, you know, granted, restaurants, they were cheap and they forced the lawmakers to put it in place, the smoking ordinances and stuff like that, you know, like no smoking and everything. You're too cheap to separate a section of your restaurant from the other section and have air filtration systems and stuff
Right.
like that. You're too cheap to do that, and I understand it's expensive, but you're too cheap to do it. And what do? You turn around and do.
And it went black for a second, but it came back. Went black again.
Uh,
But really, as a free country, I don't think government should have a say in your personal restaurant what you can do.
yeah,
If you want
I
smokers
agree.
to be in your restaurant, that's on you. Now you might lose some non-smoking customers, but oh well. You're violating on people's freedoms, right?
And then the other thing is the way they had it set up. They had tables and everything for people to eat at, and booths and stuff like that. But they also had the. Oh yeah, agree with you there. And they also had the bar, which was a long, long bar.
Yeah, that was great. The smoking. What the funny part was, the smoking was on the entrance side, so the smoke's going right out into the mall. And the non-smoker was on the other side towards the kitchen, I guess. Yeah, it might be the better thing to do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was great smoking and drinking in the mall and then walk through the mall drunk.
Yeah. And you talk about, if you really think about it, people probably would have bought more stuff when they were drunk, too.
Yeah. Or done some more stupid stuff like sit on people's motorcycles and
jumping over
nice
people.
when they got rid of the smoking, they let us. You had the only way to get outside the back of this restaurant at the mall is you had to go through the kitchen.
Yeah.
And they would let you walk through the kitchen to go out the back door to go smoke.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they moved it to a different location. It just wasn't the same because it was more of a family environment.
And it was squashing people together.
Yeah, and they had the one bar that was like in a glass. It wasn't even no smoking, but they had it in the glass room. And they had the other bar out by the picnic tables. And yeah, it was horrible. I don't like. I mean, I don't mind it, but I don't like sit with strangers until I get drunk.
Yeah,
then
you don't mind it so much.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've gone on a long time on this one, haven't we?
Yeah, we're at 27 minutes. So we might have to.
Yeah, exhaust fans. All they had to do was buy exhaust fans, and they could suck all the smoke out.
They could have just got one of those big air filter things and, change the filter every once a week.
Back in the 70s, they sold a Polynex ashtray that sucked the smoke into the ashtray and filtered it.
It didn't work too good. I had one in the late 80s. I had one. It didn't really
That
work.
was old. That's the reason. You didn't change the filter.
It was brand new.
You didn't change the filter.
I mean, it sucked the smoke into it, but it didn't really.
I know what you're saying, but what I'm getting at is there's ways of being able to eliminate that smoke to a degree.
Yeah.
Granted, you probably wouldn't eliminate it completely because look at the bowling alleys. They used to have carpeted walls and everything, and smell like carpet. Why would you have a carpeted wall anyway?
Yeah, that was weird. Carpeted wall in a bowling alley. Yeah.
Anyway.
People want to start dancing on the ceiling. They got to go up the carpet on the wall.
I guess it's cheaper than paint. No, it's not cheaper than paint.
Maybe they just ordered too much. We're like, you know what? Just put it up the wall.
It was crazy.
No, we paid for that. Put that shit up the wall.
You want it on the wall? Yeah, put it on the wall. It was shag carpeted too.
Shag carpet. Yep, shag carpet. Yeah.
Imagine how disgusting that was when it got all smoke ridden and every kid walking along with a runny nose and wiping it on the. Yeah.
Remember when the bowling alley stopped smoking? We were in a bowling league at that time too. We had to go out back to smoke. So you in between each game, all right, quick smoke break. We run out the back door, go smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, that's
the
just
non-smokers were pissed. Oh, jeez, we have to go. Well, they should have got rid of fucking smoking. And we have to go out there and I can smoke during the whole game.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah.
Oh well, what can you say? All the progress we make, the more we sound editing. Okay, that makes sense. Sound editing. Instead of buying sound deadening materials, let's use this cheap carpeting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, though.
Yeah. It's so common sense related. I should have recognized it right off the bat. Yeah, sound deadening.
I thought it was just for the looks.
It was unique, that's for sure. The crusted carpeted from all the people touching it and bumping into it.
Yeah. I tell you what, we did. Speaking of that bowling, though, we did good that last year. We did the bowling league. We were fifth place. Not too bad out of 32 teams.
No, and considering that we really didn't take it all that serious.
Especially two of us.
That was more than two of us.
And we lost like two people during the season. Had to get two new guys during the whole thing. Yeah. Pretty good.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah. And then we kept Dick's money.
Well, Dick told you to.
Yeah. Well, he told us to split it between the team, but we didn't tell anybody else. We just split it between me and you.
Yeah. Beer money.
Yeah, beer money. Oh, boy.
Oh, well.
All right, let's get to the next one, Jammer. What do you think? One more live video, then we'll start recording.
We can keep going live if you want to, but it doesn't matter. Let's do it.
It doesn't matter to me.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Excitement abounds. Sparing no expense on our summer fiasco of beers. We're continuing with the Alaskan summer fiasco section of the summer fiasco.
Yes, verily, I say unto you.
Verily?
Verily.
Verily.
We got
That's a weird word. Did you just create it?
Oh, there we go. Every color ended up redistribution brown, screw autocorrect, and reddish brown.
Yeah.
Now they would have been smart if they put the reddish brown carpeting up. That would have been a better one.
Yeah.
Well, 3 viewers. Right when we're about to end, we got 3 viewers now. Well, to all of our viewers, we will be back in a few moments with a new beer and a new way of thinking. Yes,
join us.
We'll
like the Evil Dead, so join us.
Other facilities and their carpeting. Rugs and carpets. Rugs and carpets.
Gripes and groans.
Does the carpet match the drapes? All right, we'll see you on the next one. I'm Shag Dog.
I'm Jammer. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.